What up, YouTube family? So we asked several of our students inside of Your First Rental Property what they would say to anyone who is thinking about taking the course, but who is sort of on the fence. What advice would they have? Here is how they replied.
Just do it. Just sign up. If you have the means, if you've been interested in real estate, just do it. There's no time like the present. It's such a different mindset when you're being taught in a way that actually connects with you. A total dinosaur could try to teach you about real estate and you might tune out. You might read a book that feels antiquated, or you can take your class and look at cat gifs.
I would say just do it. If this course helps you with even just like one teeny portion of your investment plans, it's worth it. Having all the information in one place, having the community, having that support really gave us the impetus and the confidence. Stop sitting on the fence. This course has something for everyone. You have all the course itself, all the information and the worksheets and all of that, that's worth the course. But then to add that you have the community, that's like priceless.
If you intend to invest in a property and you don't know what you're doing, then you should invest in getting the knowledge up front before you go down the road not knowing what to do or not knowing what to expect. If you're willing to spend the money to invest in a property, then you should make the initial investment having the information accessible because it's already organized. And especially if you are somebody who's busy like me and you do not have time to be jumping from website to website, reading conflicting things and trying to parse through everything that is available to you on the internet.
If your goal is to buy a house, wherever it is, for an investment, and you're asking yourself if there's any missing piece of knowledge today that blocks you from going and doing it, the course is going to help you clarify each and every point. It's really like you get a crystal clear vision on all of the process.
The course investment is going to pay off on the first property. For me, was for sure. I wouldn't even say that it's monetary. It's this whole idea that you can do it. I mean, I went into your course with $10,000 in debt, just lost a job. During pandemic, I managed to get out of debt, save money, and buy my first property within 6 months. That's what I would say to anybody. I know there's a lot of real estate courses out there. There are big courses that all they want is your money. And with you, I think you could charge probably a lot more, but you don't for your course because it is extremely valuable. It's worth it.
You're probably spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on your first rental property. It makes sense to spend, 1% of that, maybe even lower, to learn how to do it properly. You're going to spend a few $100,000, and 1% of that, learn how to do this properly.
Today is going to be the second time it might have saved me from buying the wrong property. The first time was I knew that this house may be getting a lot of offers. It was definitely a kind of fixer-upper type house, and it was very old. It was pretty easy to see everything. And I have some experience building, and my father has some experience. So we went to see it, and it was basically the decision of whether to waive the inspection for a stronger offer. Because of the course, I was like, no, I don't think that's a good idea, even though we know buildings and we know what we're looking at. So we got the inspection, and they did accept the offer. And then there was a huge foundational problem, and it was going to be at least $10,000 to actually fix the problem.
I am totally going to recommend your course because I'm going to let them know everything in her course, technically, you can find it for free online. It's going to take you at least a year to figure all this out on your own. And it's going to be a headache. And I'm going to recommend your course because it's so organized. There's just no bullshit or extra unnecessary stuff. You've really thought it through. I know that you've put so much work into this, and I think it shows. I will not get off my high horse when I say this. I'm really picky. Your course was really spot on.
There's no one that I've spoken with that I've said it's a waste of your time and a waste of your money, because I think dollar for dollar, just having the reassurance, there's a lot to do and it can seem too much to manage, but being able to take the course and having all those pieces and breaking it down all of a sudden will make this difficult task seem a lot easier. Having the connection with the other like-minded people. And there are other places to like meet people that are in the real estate investment game, but everywhere else that I've gone, you've got people that are very much into wholesaling, or they're fix and flip, or only looking at appreciation. And being able to have everyone that kind of like is on the same page as you, it helped to give me advice that like I knew what I was hearing, and it kind of like jived with what I had already learned. Everyone kind of speaking the same language, I found extremely helpful.
There are other places to plug into communities of investors, but I think there's something about the people who are drawn to your class and to your style of real estate investing. I think there's just something really special about having access to this group of people who are all pursuing a similar strategy, who generally, I think, probably have pretty similar values. There were so many great discussions around ethics in landlording and how do you contribute to communities where you invest, and things that are certainly very important to me. And there was so much wisdom to tap into at any moment, but at the same time, like zero judgment. Not that people wouldn't challenge you. I mean, people did challenge me, and I loved that. People would be like, why are you, why do you want to do it that way? But it always was coming from a place of really, I think, genuine, support and a real spirit of we're all learning together. So for me, that was what was so special about the community, and so unique and so much more valuable than just being in a Facebook group and posting questions and, getting responses.